In this section, we get to solve right triangles that are not set inside the unit circle. So we get to just expand out into the world and look at applications and triangles. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're used to the sine of some angle. All right, so let's get started. We're used to the sine of an angle. We've just been calling that y. Well, we've been able to do that because we're in the unit circle and the radius is 1. Technically, the sine is actually y over r. And so then cosine is x if you're in the unit circle, but if you're in a unit circle that has a different radius, it's x over r, and then tangent is y over x. And some of you might have learned this in high school geometry, where it's called SOHCAHTOA. The sine is the s as the opposite over hypotenuse. And then the ca is a reminder that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA is the tangent is opposite over adjacent. So, and then also we have our reciprocal functions as well here. All right, so the nice thing about orienting it this way instead of just calling it y and x is because now we can move our circles all over, or our triangles all over, and it doesn't have to be on an xy coordinate plane. All right, so let's go ahead and work on these. So let's see, from angle A, let's find the 6 trig ratios. Okay, so the sine of angle A, I want the cosine of angle A, and the tangent of A, and then also the reciprocal, so the cosecant of A, the secant of A, and the cotangent of A. All right, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Now hypotenuse, that's the word that we use for the radius of a circle, but it's also the diagonal hypotenuse. Okay, so it's the one that's always across from the 90-degree angle. That is the hypotenuse. And then who gets to be considered opposite or adjacent? It is all about what angle we're looking at. The opposite would be the one that you have to cross through the triangle to get to. All right, so we have opposite. That would be the one that you have to walk through the triangle to get to. So it would be 24, and then the hypotenuse, that's always the one across from the right angle. So hypotenuse is always across from that 90-degree angle. So that is going to be 25. Cosine, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, my hypotenuse didn't change. It's always the diagonal line, the one across from the 90-degree angle. But what's changed is that let's see who's considered adjacent. Well, from angle A, you see how there's 2 rays coming out to create that angle. The one that's touching my angle, well, there's 2 of them, right? One of them is the hypotenuse. The other one is considered the adjacent. Okay, so that is 7. Okay, so there's my fraction for cosine, and then tangent is opposite over adjacent. So it would be, let's see, opposite it's still 24, and adjacent is 7. Okay, good. And then once we've gotten that done, we just need to write the reciprocals. So 25 24ths. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, and secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So we would just flip that one over. And tangent and cotangent are reciprocal, so we just do the reciprocal of tangent to find cotangent. Okay, but just be careful, because if I had said find all the trig ratios of angle C, it would have been quite different. So from angle C, the thing that's, well, hypotenuse doesn't change, right? That's always the diagonal, so hypotenuse would have stayed the same. But now the thing touching, we've got two lines creating angle C. One of them's hypotenuse, the other one's adjacent. So here the 24 would have been considered adjacent. And then to get to opposite, you have to walk through the triangle to get over there. And then notice all of my ratios are different. Okay, so it really does depend a lot on what angle we're being asked to look at. All right, so moving on to example 2, I'm going to scoot this back over. Okay, so for example 2, we have cosine of some angle is 2 over 3. Okay, looking at the definition of cosine, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so I can kind of figure those out. Let's see. I'm just going to label this as alpha. Adjacent, that's there's two things touching my angle, right, that create two lines creating that angle. One of them is the hypotenuse. That's the diagonal. Okay, so hypotenuse is 3, and then the other one touching my angle, that would be adjacent, and that is 2. Now to get to the other side, you have to walk along through your triangle, so the other side would be opposite. Okay, using Pythagorean theorem, we can say 2 squared plus whatever that opposite is. I'll just call it x squared is equal to 3 squared. So x squared would equal 9, and then we can just subtract 4 from both sides. So x is equal to the square root of 5. So that is square root of 5. All right, now we can do all of our trig ratios. And sine is the opposite over hypotenuse. So that would be square root of 5 over 3. Cosine we already knew, that was given, 2 over 3. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So that is square root of 5 over 2. Good, and now we just need to do our reciprocals. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of room. Okay, I have cosecant. That's the reciprocal of sine, so it would be 3 over square root of 5. And then we do just need to rationalize that denominator, so that would be 3 root 5 over 5. And then the secant, that's the reciprocal of cosine, so it would be 3 over 2. And then cotangent, that is the reciprocal of tangent. And just rationalizing that denominator, we would get 2 square root of 5 all over 5. Done.